All right, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to another insane story. So this story takes place back when I was in middle school, and honestly, middle school was one of the best times of my life, because literally middle school is like when you start to hit puberty, and then you start realizing girls are hot, and then, you know, you start discovering that you can get bricked up off literally anything. At least that was my middle school experience. I don't know about you guys, but you know what? Going on with the story, I remember back in middle school, there was one thing about my middle school that I really liked, but at the same time, I didn't like at the same time. How literally everyone still treated you like a kid. And honestly, at first it was really dumb, but at the same time, it made sense. Because around this time, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty cringy as a kid as well. Even though I was a helpless romantic, one thing that made me cringe a lot was that every little thing seemed like it mattered more than it actually did. For example, what posts I do on Instagram. If I didn't like the photo, I wouldn't post it. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still that way. If you guys look at my Instagram, you guys would see that I'm still the hottest guy on the planet. No, seriously, go follow me on Instagram. But I mean, other than that, I'm not gonna lie, like, there was one kid in my class in middle school who was the most weirdest kid ever. Like, no joke, I don't know how this kid even had parents, because he was like really unbehaved, and well, he always liked doing risky things. Like, for example, when we were going for class lineup, going to the assemblies we had in middle school, he would like jump over all the stairs as if they were nothing. One time he actually almost like broke his ankle because of it. And like, for example, if this middle school kid wanted to punch a girl, he would legit do it. Like, even if it was for a piece of candy, he would punch a girl for no reason. At this point in time, honestly, almost every one of my classmates in middle school really did not like him. But I think the one thing that really pushed everyone over the edge to the point where they wanted to kick him out of our classroom was with our class pet. You see, back in middle school, one of the things my teacher did in the beginning of the school year to kind of like get everyone along and everything was to get a class pet that we all cared about. I remember the first day when we first got the class pet, we all voted on what it should be. We wanted to do a dog at first, but honestly, taking care of a dog would be a pain in the butt, because literally we would always have to watch over and everything, and we just don't have the time to do that. And on top of that, we wanted to also do, like, for example, like a plant, but that's too boring. Like, who wants to look at a standing still plant when you're doing homework? Oh, look at my pet plant. Weirdo Champ Andy, dude. No way I'm just gonna do that. So I remember my teacher decided to get us a guinea pig. Now, this guinea pig was actually like a pretty cute creature. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was actually really cool. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of guinea pig. I always thought they were weird how small they were, and then like their teeth and everything. I don't know, every time I look at a guinea pig, I think of the movie G-Force. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's about a bunch of cool guinea pigs slash hamsters. They basically go on a great adventure. So in my mind, liking G-Force back when I was a kid, I decided to be friends with the middle school class pet guinea pig. But yeah, let's just say things don't really last for the guinea pig. Because I remember one time in class, we were all kind of like sitting around and basically just doing our own thing. And we all basically watched the guinea pig go on the hamster wheel and kind of just like, you know, run as fast as it could. It was enjoyable because seeing a fat thing running is actually really enjoyable. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen a fat person run, but it's actually the funniest thing ever. Anyways, going on with the story, I remember as we were watching it run, the weird kid in our class ends up looking at the guinea pig and he's like, I bet I could eat this thing. What is what everyone said? Dude, why would you eat it? That's so weird, is what I said afterwards. And he's like, nah, it's probably just like chicken. I remember we all ended up laughing at him and basically making fun of him, how weird he was, because it wasn't the first time he said something dumb. Like, I think we all have that person in our class that we make fun of just because they're, well, I don't know, just a little bit on the dumber side of things. But then the kid ends up saying, okay, well, you know what? You're a loser. And he ends up doing his homework again. A couple days go by, and I remember everyone still talked about like how he said he wanted to eat the guinea pig. And it even got to the point where one time when I was just hanging out with my friends in my table group, one of my friends ended up getting up and going to the whiteboard that we had in the classroom and ended up drawing him eating a guinea pig. Literally, it was the funniest thing ever. But we started realizing that this kid, the really weird one, started having rage in him. Like, he was so angry and so mad for some reason. It got to the point where, I'm not gonna lie, he looked like he could kill something. So we all kind of just started ignoring him and stuff and kind of just stopped picking on him. Because also our teacher got involved, and you know, we have to listen to the teacher. And also, we're kids in middle school. Like, we're just dumb in general. Anyways, another day goes by, and honestly, knowing that this kid was already really upset, we all kind of just started like kind of like ignoring him and stuff, and kind of just started like, you know, basically stop picking on him because of what happened and how upset he was. But then one of my friends, who was kind of rebellious in general, decided to basically put him to his last straw. He ended up going up to the kid and getting like a fake toy hamster that he had and ate it in front of him. Literally, he put the whole thing in his mouth as a joke and said, is this what you will do? Basically translating, is this what you would do? Is what he said. And everyone started laughing. Everyone made fun of him, and we all did it. And this kid got so upset to the point where he literally, and I'm not even joking when I said this, he literally stood up screaming, saying, who do you think I am? I'm gonna kill you. And he literally like basically ran after the kid, but my friend ran way too fast. And then after that, everyone's like, okay, yo, calm down, calm down. But then the weird kid ends up doing something even more insane. He ends up looking at everyone saying, I'm gonna do do it. Fine, you want to see me do it? I'll do it. And he basically went over to the class pet, the hamster, took it out of its cage and threw it as hard as he could against the wall. Like, no joke, he splattered that thing to the wall like there was no tomorrow. The hamster ended up literally going in midair, hitting the wall as hard as possible, and just plopped to the ground, not moving at all. At this point, I remember seeing the girls in the classroom start crying, saying, "No, not the hamster. Oh my goodness, he killed the hamster." And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, the hamster was dead. If anyone's wondering, yes, I'm sorry. This did actually happen, and yes, the hamster died. It sucks, but it is what it is. Anyways, going on with the story, I remember basically when the hamster died, everyone starts freaking out. And the teacher wasn't in the classroom yet because the teacher went to go do something. And then from there, I remember this kid's like, "Oh, that's right. That's right. You see your hamster? Now look what I'm gonna do to it." He ends up going to the hamster and literally taking a bite out of it. He literally took a bite out of it, and so much blood was coming out of his mouth. It was disgusting. All the kids start freaking out going, "Oh my goodness, he's actually eating it." And he literally chewed on it like there was nothing. Like, I don't know how strong this kid's teeth was, but ripping skin and eating a hamster like that is not legal. Anyways, I remember after that, the teacher ends up literally looking at the kid that took a bite of the hamster, and she starts running towards the kid saying, "Oh my goodness, what happened to the hamster?" She looks at the hamster and sees how the kid had a piece of the hamster in its mouth and started yelling. She was so scared and traumatized from what just happened. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the girls in the classroom were too. And literally the teacher ended up grabbing his wrist that wasn't bloody and dragging him to the office, and this kid was freaking out, crying and yelling. This kid was straight up a psycho. He was psychotic and honestly utterly insane. To this day, I'll always remember how much blood was in that classroom, because like there was major bloodshed. And this kid ended up getting expelled from our school because apparently he had like mental issues, which I mean, it makes sense. The kid literally took a bite out of a hamster, and we all kind of like, you know, felt sad for a couple days because we didn't have the pet hamster. Honestly, our teacher getting us that hamster at the beginning of the school year really got us attached to it more than we thought. We all basically started crying for him, and we ended up doing a funeral in the back of the school for him as well. And all the girls started crying like nonstop pop. Like, it was the saddest thing ever. And honestly, it was. Knowing a kid literally ate this hamster that we kind of pissed him off, I'm not gonna lie, most of us thought it was our fault, but over time we started to realize that that kid was just really crazy. And that's basically all for today's story. Make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Seriously, means a lot when you guys do. And like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. Peace out, guys.